Fellow Toastmaster and guests, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the SGI Dynamic Speaker Toastmaster Club. For the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting is divided into 3 rounds. The first round is the table topic round, where members can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. This round is also known as the impromptu speech sessions. Guests are welcome to participate in the round as well. The second part of the session is the prepared speech round, where members will be delivering speeches based on the projects and paths that they have chosen. The third and final round is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches of the session will be evaluated by the evaluator. Today's meeting theme is informative. Without further delay, let's give a round of applause to our club president for today's club opening speech. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Peter Cheong. Today's theme: difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. A quote by Zig Ziglar. Welcome, everyone. Have you ever walked on a difficult road in your personal life, be it career, work, family? Well, the difficult road here refers to your frustration, pain, fear, and agony. And I remember a quote: falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. Well, recently, I did fall down and got bruises and lacerations all over my body. But I quickly picked myself up without any help. When you fall down, it is always easier to stay down rather than getting back to fight another day. But if you choose that decision to stay down, it won't get you very far in life. So it's your responsibility to get up and get going. No matter what is going on in your life, if you are now facing a very difficult road, you can let it run its course. Then you make a decision based on what you've learned. And that is either failure or success. And often the issue is not right now. The issue you're facing will eventually find an end. Well, in today's new norm, where we have COVID-19, and things can really change very fast, the social media can also jerk you right back to the mess you are. But I will share with you 3 ideas. Hopefully, you can use these 3 ideas and help to make the best decision for you, your family, and your future. The first idea is that obstacles don't have to stop you. You will meet all sorts of obstacles in your life. But we have to figure out how to climb it, go through it, dig it, or even walk around it. But remember, everything is going to be all right. And sometimes you may not have enough faith that it will be all right. So what I will share with you is borrow the faith from your friends. The second idea is know the difference between giving up and knowing when you have had enough. When I say give up, it's not a really bad thing to give up, because when you give up, you stop putting all your time and energy into something that is leading you to nowhere. And when it leads you to nowhere, you'll be off the path that you should be going. So you give up on something, you free yourself so that you can focus on your path for success. But when you walk away from the situation, then you're giving up about the future. So know the difference between giving up and walking away. The third idea is sometimes you have to give up on people, not because you don't care, because they don't care already. The hard truth is you can't change people. They must change themselves. And this is a universal truth. Yes, we've all faced difficult people, but even if they are our relatives or friends or people we once loved, we need to see the situation for what it is. If they don't change, it isn't about you, it's about the situation. They made a choice not to change, but you cannot control them. You only can control your own response. So there's no choice. Sometimes you have to give up on people because they don't want to change and they are set on doing what they want to do. But friends, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. I know some of you don't believe it will lead to beautiful destination, but it will. And the destinations will be found in your life path. So I'd like to leave you with this thought. Be strong, because things will get better. As the quote goes, every sunset is a sunrise. So back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Alicia, for delivering such informative speech. So as the Toastmaster of the Day, it is my duty to introduce the role bearer who will assist me in the running today's sessions. To keep track of time spent by each speaker, please help me welcome the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Patricia Tate. Patricia has been in the early childhood professional for 20 years and a mother to three lovely girls. She believes that the joys of learning should never stop. Over to you, Patricia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. It is my honor to be your timer today. I will be keeping time very carefully and showing the green, the yellow, and the red. Thank you, everyone. Please enjoy your meeting.
We have a role R counter today. It falls under Patricia also. So Patricia, could you elaborate what's the R counter function? Head over to you, Alicia. I'm sorry, over to you, Patricia. Sorry.
My pleasure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. This is how exciting and how dynamic it can be when we have people who are absent and then we just take over the role. It is wonderful to do that because it keeps me on my toes that I can get to do different roles at the same time. So yes, I will be looking out for pause fillers when you use words that are repeated as well. I will be keeping track and give you a full report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you again, Patricia. Next, to provide us with the challenge for today's table topic round, we have the table topic master who will be conducting the sessions today. DTM Alicia Chia. Alicia Chia, from a song to an experience, even if it's not with a special presence. She aims to be someone's strength, be someone's inspirations, be someone's reasons never to give up. She was the Division S trainer District 80 since 2020-2021. SOC Gen Toastmaster Club Mentor 2019 and Pathways Guide District 80 2017-2018. She is the treasurer at Whampoa Toastmaster Club and president at Singapore International Dynamic Speaker Club. Please help me to welcome the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Alicia Chia. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Peter Cheong. Yes, I'm your friendly table topic master today. Table topics is a very traditional portion of our Toastmasters meeting. This particular portion of the meeting is where we will introduce topics where speakers are given 1 minute to 2.5 minutes to speak on a topic. And these topics are to develop the person's impromptu thinking on his feet, so that you can be a better thinker and speaker. Well, for today's table topic, I'm very pleased and excited to let you know that despite COVID-19, I'll bring you all on a road trip. How long have you been on a road trip since this COVID-19 happened? Probably not, right? So I'd like to share my table topic on road trips. Give me a minute. Can everyone see my virtual screen behind? So let's go on a road trip. I have 9 topics ready for everyone. Short road trip, Instagram road trip, inspirational road trip, whatever, I've got it there. So who would like to be the first volunteer?
I have not spoken for table topic for a long time, so if you can give me an opportunity, I will speak.
All right. So fastest fingers or fastest mouth, I'll let Kanan speak first, then Angela, okay? All right.
Is that okay?
So Kanan, please pick a area of road trip that you would like to participate.
I would say a beautiful road trip, because my wife likes beautiful road trip. So I go for that. I'm a married guy, you know that. Whatever my wife likes, I will like. Beautiful road trip.
All right. Beautiful road trip it is. Kanan, you have this topic. When you go on a road trip, the trip itself becomes part of the story. Steve Rushin. When you go on a road trip, the trip itself becomes part of the story. Steve Rushin. When you're ready, Kanan, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master. I did not hear the quote, but I am going to respond to that. Anytime when you go for a beautiful road trip, there is a lot of curves, like it is going round and round, and you want to reach the destination. You have to go through so many curves and you have to go through struggle. That explains the life in a philosophical way. On a Friday, I want to be philosophical, but this is the morning. When you are driving in the beautiful road trip, the passenger can enjoy, whether it could be the beautiful hills or it is going to be near the seashore. It is going to be great. But the challenge is you need to focus on your goal. Same way in the Toastmaster, there are some paths that you want to take in the leadership role where it will go round and round, but you can, if you are focused on that, you may be able to reach the goal faster, but you need to focus on your goal. So I am going to relate this beautiful road trip to my Toastmaster journey, where you need to focus on the goal and you can win. Let everybody enjoy. You can enjoy whatever is possible, but that is okay, because you are allowing the passenger to enjoy while you focus and you reach your goal. I'm sorry, I did not heard the quote earlier, so I just managed to talk for 2 minutes. Back to you, Technical Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanan. Despite having a difficult topic, I congratulate Toastmaster Kanan for still speaking for 2 minutes. He mentioned about cow and how we need to maneuver cows in India. I believe in India, there are many cows all over the road. That makes the road difficult to travel. And so I'm sure Kanan has a lot of stories back and just couldn't think of it. The next time he'll tell us more stories. Who would like to be the next volunteer? Okay, Kanan, sorry, Angela.
Angela, right?
Yes, Angela, I forgot about you, sorry. My apologies. Angela, which topic would you like? You're muted.
The funny road trip, please.
Okay, funny road trip. All right. I give you this funny road trip topic. A journey is like marriage. The certain way to be wrong is to think you control it. John Steinbeck. A journey is like marriage. The certain way to be wrong is to think you control it. John Steinbeck. When you're ready, over to you, Angela.
Thank you very much, Alicia. Well, there are times when you think you're in control and you are not in control because you don't know where you are going. And I can think of many occasions when the trip has not gone as planned. The one that instantly comes to mind is the time when we were driving around Vienna and my husband was driving and watching the signs and I was looking at my map. And he kept saying, well, according to the sign, the destination is to the right. And I would say, well, according to my map, the destination is on the left. And then he would take his way and it would be wrong. And I would say, I told you so. He said, but I followed the sign. And I said, well, I'm following the map. So then we would try my way and we'd follow the map and the destination would be wrong. Because we were alternating between the two of them and they didn't match up. And if we changed from one to the other, it just wasn't working. Eventually we pulled in and he looked at the map and he said, well, this is north. And then he said, this map is the wrong way round. They printed it the wrong way round. They printed north at the bottom. And what we take it for granted that maps have north at the top, but there was a man who one day decided that north would always be at the top. So far, so good. Now, what about when you're on a train? Now, wouldn't you think that the north is the north, the south is the south, the west is the west, and the east is the east? Now, I know which cities are in the west and which cities are in the east. But if you get on the London Underground, there is a line called the Central Line that runs that way. But on each side of the train, it's different because it's pointing to the front of the train. I can't explain it. You've got to be on there to look at it. But don't rely on the map. That's all I can say. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angela, for sharing with us this hilarious experience of your funny road trip with your husband and wife, right? And Angela's focus on map and your husband focusing on the sign. And there's a clash of ideas, which is really hilarious. And things, when you travel, sometimes don't make sense, but that's the way it is. Well, let's have the next volunteer.
I see Amit raise hand. Amit.
All right, Amit, which topic would you want?
Road trip with friends, please.
All right, road trip with friends.
Thank you.
Amit, you have gotten this topic. Sometimes all you need is a great friend and a tank of gas. From the movie Thelma and Louise. Sometimes all you need is a great friend and a tank of gas. Thelma and Louise. Amit, when you're ready, over to you.
Thank you very much, Alicia, and a very good evening to all of you. It's my pleasure to be here today. And I will share with you a journey. This was long back, a trip that I had taken from my city where I live in, which is in Mumbai, India, to about 150 kilometers or 100 miles. It was a hilly terrain, and we decided to go in the evening. It was a Friday evening, coincidentally, just the day we are talking here today. I was on that road trip that day, and I was driving, and somehow my car broke down midway. It was middle of the night. It was a hilly terrain, and obviously there was no help. So we somehow pushed the vehicle to the side, and the season was one of my favorite seasons, the monsoon season. It was raining, and it started to rain, and we were stuck in the car. Then we thought we are not going to get any help. So what are we going to do sitting in the car for sun to rise the next day and for us to get the help? And one of our friends suggested, why don't we go out and enjoy the rain, and there is a waterfall nearby, and go to the waterfall and have some good time. And we did that, and we had a gala time. We really enjoyed, and suddenly we didn't realize, suddenly we saw some orange light appearing, emerging in the sky, and it was dawn. It was morning. So the message I want to give is that irrespective of the situation you are in, if you have your friends with you, they will help you come out of that situation and make the best of the situation you are in, best of what you have. So always count on your friends to help you come out of difficult situations and make the best of it. Over to you, Toastmaster Alicia.
Thank you, Amit. That was a wonderful sharing.
Thank you.
I like it that even though the car broke down and you happen to be stuck in the monsoon season and it was raining, normally people will not want to go out there because you might catch pneumonia, right? But instead, you listen to your friend and went to the waterfall and had a gala night. And it also happened to be able to catch the dawn. Such a beautiful scenery. So difficult roads eventually lead to beautiful scenery. Yes. Always have a friend along with you. That's great message.
Thank
so
you.
Next volunteer is
Edward
Edward.
Young. Edward Young.
Yes, Edward. Are you there? Right. Can you pick a topic?
Inspirational road trip.
Inspirational road trip. All right. Okay, I'll give you this topic, Edward. Look at life through the windshield, not the real view mirror. Brilliant Baggett. Look at life through the windshield, not the real view mirror, by Brilliant Baggett.
When the ugly duckling grows up to be a beautiful swan,
You're breaking up.
You are breaking up. Cannot hear you properly. I think you restart because we can't hear you. There's a lot. There's a lot of I don't know, lagging.
Echo
Yeah.
and lagging.
Right now, right.
Oh,
Let's check my headphone.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Albert, do you want to pass the sequence to Asmina so that you can do some adjustments?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, excellent idea. Asmina,
Yeah.
Yes,
would you
Alicia.
like to pick a topic?
Yeah, my topic is love the road trip.
Road trip quotes we love, is it?
Yeah.
Love road trip.
Yeah.
All right. You have this wonderful quote. Every journey is simultaneously a beginning and an ending. I was leaving my old life behind and starting on a road trip to find a new one, a new me. Debbie Dobert Doga. Every journey is simultaneously a beginning and an ending. I was leaving my old life behind and starting on a road trip to find a new me by Debbie Tobert Doga. Asmina, when you're
Thank
ready, over to you.
Thank you for the Toastmasters and guests. So the road trips are really informative. It broadens our perspective and give us new knowledge. I'll tell you about the road trip that we took a few years back. What happened that the road trips are, we prefer the road trips rather than the trip from the plane, by the plane, because in plane we have to wait for checkout and luggage, and a lot of time is consumed on the airport, whereas in road trip we all family is together and we can take the enjoyment of riding together. Whenever we feel like having snacks, we can stop and get on to the snacks of our choice. Also we have the trips are take us away from the everyday work life, and it is a good way to have change in your life. It gives your mind new perspective of thinking, and it's a best way for all our family to enjoy. Also, when there was a COVID, there was a lot of information coming in. It was difficult to decide what are the facts from the opinion because of the news and media. So what happened was that there was a fatigue and stress and anxiousness, and that we have to integrate into our life and start our life as a new normal. So in this new normal, only flexible, the person who can survive is the ones who have flexible mindset, not the rigid mindset. They have to see things from different perspective and understand that things are not under your control. And despite of the difficulty, we have to see the stories of the people who have succeeded in their life, who have faced challenges and triumphs, and we have to see the positive perspective of everything rather than thinking the negative things, so that we can achieve the goals and we can find happiness in in our work, in doing voluntary, in helping others, in listening to the YouTube channels and different information. We must find our aim and our different perspective and positiveness through listening and helping and working with from all the perspective, rather than just not having the aim and just taking things at its worst, and such as the pandemic was never ending in our control. So in conclusion, I would like to say that uh, the road trips and the road trips are also help us to give us different perspective, and we can change our perspective and improve as we go along. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asmina, for sharing with us such an inspiring table topic answer. And the message for everyone here is to, when you're on a difficult road trip, to think of the positive and not to be sucked in by all those negativeness. Tongue twister. Right, we have our next volunteer, which is Toastmaster Pichai. Pichai, would you like to pick a topic?
Can I have the inspirational road trip one, the one that you mentioned before?
Okay. Oh, you mean the one that Edward?
Yes,
picked?
I think I like that one.
You like that one? All right. Pichai, so you have this. Look at life through the windshield, not the rear view mirror. Brilliant Baggett. Look at life through the windshield, not the rear view mirror. Brilliant Baggett.
Thank
Pichai,
you.
when you're ready,
Thank you.
over to you.
Well, I believe that if anyone who wants to go further or step further, you have got to look at the windshield. If you look at the mirror, it will be terrible because there will be a lot of accidents in front of you. So when you travel, don't look at the rear view, but look at the windshield, which is the main. I myself, a lot of things, a lot of mistakes happened in the past. Because it's happened in the past, we'll forget the past. We will never let the past to disturb your present situation. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time for only thinking about the past by looking at the rear view mirror. So to look at the windshield, you are preparing yourself for the present and also preparing yourself for the future too. The future is next bus stop, not just anything that happened in the past will stop you. So to me personally, if I drive, 100% will be on my windshield, not the rear mirror. That's all.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Pichai. Yes, certainly when you're driving, you should always be looking at the windshield. And occasionally we need to look at the rear view. It's because to look at what is what we can see so that we don't get the blind spots, right? The past is to guide us, but not to hold us back. If we keep looking at the past, the rear view all the time, we'll have an accident because we can't see the front, right? So that is very good advice from Toastmaster Pichai. We'll all remember to focus on the windshield rather than the rear view.
Edward, has he spoken?
Edward, are you there?
Favorite topic master Alicia. Edward have some technical issue.
Right.
He is exited the
Okay.
meeting.
No worries. We will wait for him to come back. In the meantime, maybe we can have another a different volunteer.
Okay, I can volunteer.
Okay, Jennifer, what topic would you like?
Love. Love.
Sorry, love gone already, no more.
Oh, okay.
Pick
So,
another one.
another one, funny.
Funny.
Also taken, is
Wait,
it?
wait. Yeah, there is funny we have. Of course, funny, I'll have extra. I'm selfish with love, love only one. No, that's a joke. Okay, Jennifer has this topic. Sometimes the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. Jerry Steinfeld. Sometimes the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. Jerry Steinfeld. Jennifer, when you're ready, over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, and good evening to everyone. Sometimes the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. And my reason now is to look for the timer. Okay, right. Not sure whether you all have heard of this road called Mount Pleasant Road, the one off Upper Thompson. That road has plenty of black and white houses, the colonial houses. And that road is also next to the, if I'm not mistaken, the Whitley Cemetery, Whitley Road Cemetery. That road is normally quite dark, and most people would not like to travel that road because it's dark, it's creepy, and sometimes you can smell some very nice, fragrant flowers too. Why do people travel or seldom travel along this road? Because they heard a lot of stories. You heard stories like in the middle of the night, if you happen to drive there, and if you see someone in white, long hair, please do not stop. If you stop, well, you can imagine what's going to happen. However, if you don't stop, you also don't know what is going to happen, especially when you are driving. Can you imagine? You thought you saw something and you were driving, and then suddenly looking at your rear mirror, you saw someone behind the back seat. Isn't that frightening? And especially this month, the lunar 7th month, most people would not like to travel. I normally travel this road because I always believe if you don't harm them, they won't harm you. But the taxi driver also told me people don't travel that road for a reason. So please remember, sometimes the road less traveled is less traveled for a reason, and that's it's the reason. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jennifer, for sharing with us on about this road, Mount Pleasant Road, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? The name Mount Pleasant, it should be pleasant, right? But some names are less pleasant for a reason. No, that's a joke. But thank you for sharing with us why the road less traveled is a road less traveled for a reason. So, fellow Toastmasters, don't be stubborn. When someone gives you advice, there is some little element of truth in there. And you don't listen to it, just like me, you fall down. I was told not to cycle at night, and yet I went to cycle. That's why I fell down. But falling down is not a bad thing. As I mentioned, just don't stay down. Get up. So, do we still have time for more?
Everett is not yet back, so I'm based on schedule, no.
No more time, is it? All right. Thank you so much, David, Toastmaster Ade, for highlighting to me the time constraint. So I thank everyone who have participated in table topics, and I hope they enjoyed the table topic. So before we end the table topic, I would like to call on the timer to read the timings for our participants.
Thank you, table topic master. The timer for today's table topic, Kanan, 1 minute 50 seconds. Angela Lansbury, 2 minutes 27 seconds. Amit, 1 minute 52 seconds. Asmina, 2 minutes 57 seconds. Pichai, 1 minute 9 seconds. Jennifer, 2 minutes 26 seconds. Everyone has qualified within time except for our fourth table topic speaker, Asmina. That is my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Patricia Day. Now, we'd like to start the polling for table topics. Please vote for the best table topic speaker. I will launch the polling. Now, remember to vote for the one who speaks on the best road trip and not the most pretty or the most handsome speaker.
Can I ask you one question? What is the timing parameter for the table topics in Singapore?
It is 1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes.
Yes.
And people need to be qualified. To be qualified, they need to be within 2.5 minutes. Correct?
That's right. That's right. From 1 minute to 2.5 minutes.
1 to 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 is the final.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Right, the poll has ended. I'm going to hand it back to Toastmaster today, Peter Cheong.
Thank you, Alicia, for very interesting sessions. And I do learn a lot. And we all the speaker, I do recall all the memories that Trevor is very happy. So I think we shall actually have a 5 minutes break. So let's come back on 10:30 p.m. Singapore time. Welcome back. The first speaker for this round will be attempting level 5 project 2, leading in your volunteer organizations from the engaging humor path. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Jennifer Lin. Toastmaster Jennifer Lin, I'm request you to read out the purpose statement of the speech.
Thank you. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. All the best to you, Kanan. Thank you, the Toastmaster of the evening.
Toastmaster Kanang Sankara is living in Baltimore, Maryland with his wife Janaki Kannan and loves to travel. He also has one son who is studying in Johns Hopkins, and he started the Toastmaster journey late 2012 to improvise his speaking skills. He is giving speech without any preparations, and his goal is to speak without any grammar mistake. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Kanan Sankaran. Challenges in leading volunteer program. Challenges in leading volunteer program. Kanan Sankara, over to you.
Thank you. Toastmaster of the day, my evaluator for introducing me nicely, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guest. I'm going to tell you a story. There was a harbor. In the harbor, there were many seagulls. You know, seagulls, they just fly up to this size. It doesn't fly high, it does fly like this, just to capture the food that is scattered in the boat that is coming after fishing. This could be bread pieces, or it could be some fish head, or some spills that the people might have taken and dropped it. The seagulls thrive on that. There was one seagull, let us call Jonathan. Jonathan Seagull thought differently. Why I can only fly this much? I need to fly here. It want to fly up. Whereas the other seagulls were saying, hey, we are seagulls. We are supposed to eat the food and we live only for eating. We need to fly only to get the food. That's all we need. We don't need strong feathers. We need to have strong body. You know why? If the winter comes, there will not be any boats. Nobody will go for shipping for fishing, because everything will be frozen. So we need to have strength to survive the winter. This is what other seagulls were saying. Jonathan said, okay, I have to be with my friends. I can't be alone. He tried once again to do something like a seagull, flying like this and eating the spillovers. After that, he got bored. I am not like this. I need to be different. I need to fly high. I need to be on the top of the sky. I need to practice. I need to practice to fly high. Fellow Toastmasters, Jonathan Seagull tried to fly. Did he succeed? No. First time he fell just like that, like a drum, and he got broken body, broken leg. Every seagull said, I told you not to do that. You are not supposed to fly. You are supposed to be only this height. And you go just to take the food and then go. But after a couple of weeks, once again, Jonathan got all right. He started trying. He tried, and ultimately he succeeded. When he succeeded, Jonathan is able to go far in the sea and able to pick the delicious fishes. Different type of fishes, not only one fish, not only one type of fish, but different type of fishes. Jonathan Seagull became a role model for many seagulls. Everybody said, we need to be like Jonathan. Fellow Toastmasters, why I am telling this story? As a district leader, I am facing a challenge. I am not able to get people to fill the roles. I am not getting any volunteers. In Toastmasters, there are two areas. One area is the Asian area, where it is like a rat race to get to the district leader position. There are elections, we are not able to win. We are only confined to the Asian area and we are not able to get the desired position. So we say, okay, we are like a seagull, let us speak and let us only concentrate on speaking. Fellow Toastmasters, think outside the box. There are many areas where they need volunteers. Think outside the Asia, outside Singapore, outside India, outside China, in US, in Canada, in Africa, in other places, in South America. There are many opportunities available. We want to be in our comfort zone. When we have abundant opportunity available, we want to be living with our friends. We want to make sure that we are supported. We want to deliver the speech every week and then we forget. Fellow Toastmasters, you have two eyes like that. One is the leadership, one is the speaking. I am not saying don't speak. I'm saying utilize both the opportunities, try to step up in the leadership. There are challenges when other districts are having that they are not able to fill the role, like area directors, division directors, program quality director, and even the district director. Step up and try to grab those positions. Be like a Jonathan Seagull. Be outside of your comfort zone. Don't think only Singapore, Asia, India, China are the places where you can grow. Now Zoom gives you plenty of opportunities to go outside your area and do the same thing. I am from USA. I am able to talk to people in Singapore. Same way you are from Singapore or China or India or Indonesia, I am telling from Asia, can talk to people in US, Canada, where there are opportunities. Fellow Toastmasters, before concluding, read the book, Jonathan Seagull by Richard Bach, one of the best book, one of the motivational book. You will know, and this is a time to grab the opportunities that are available outside your comfort zone. Grab the opportunities and be successful. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Kanan, for the speech. The second speaker for this round will be attempting Level 1 Project 3, researching and presenting from the motivational strategy. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Lee Choi Ling. Toastmaster Lee Choi Ling, I'm request you to read out the purpose statement of the speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Lee.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Peter Chon. The purpose statement. The purpose statement of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lee Choi Ling. Toastmaster Angela Lansbury teach English and business English online and give workshops. Her book includes wedding speeches and toasts, quick quotations, who say what when, forthcoming ebook, Improve Your English with Angela. You can see her book and blog online. Please put your hand together for Toastmaster Angela Lansbury. Why you should write a blog and how. Why you should write a blog and how. Angela Lansbury, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Can you all see me?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to tell you about blogging, but first I'd like to know how many of you know what a blog is. If you know what a blog is, raise your right hand. If you don't know what a blog is or you're not sure, raise your left hand. Well, for the benefit of those who don't know what a blog is, the word blog stands for web log. It's basically a diary on the internet. Now you might say, who wants to read my diary? Now a blog could be just for yourself with only one reader, or you could aim to have thousands of readers and be an influencer, or you could aim to run a business with your blog. So there are many reasons for running a blog. I have got about 20 different blogs. The vast majority of them range from a completely private one. One is on my family history, another is on my neighbor's family history, and others are equally private and have only one or two people looking at them. And the others, which are the most popular, are Travel with Angela Lansbury. And the one I also devote a lot of time to, though it doesn't have so many readers, is Dress of the Day, Angela. So what is your first subject? It depends on who your readers are. Are you writing for yourself or are you writing for someone else? Are you writing to promote yourself simply as status or for the record, or do you want to sell something? I started my travel blog because I was a travel writer and I wanted somewhere to put my travel photos, keep them in order, record every day as I went, and be able to show the tourist boards and the people I'd visited what I had done with the information they gave me. Now you might say, oh, this is all very well. I'd love to write a travel blog. What do I do with my photos and how many readers will I get? When you start a blog, every day when you put up a post, normally nobody looks at it. And for the first 2 minutes, unless you count yourself as a reader, which you can do or you cannot do, if you, according to how you move your settings, you're going to say, gosh, nobody's read it. So you might want to go onto Facebook and say, I've just put up a new post on my blog. Or you might try and get followers for your blog. Or you might just email all your friends and say, have a look at my blog. Or even run next door to your neighbors or your friends or your colleagues and say, please go on my blog and like it. Now, I look at, there are two places to find your blog. One is after you set up your blog, if you use Blogger, there's Blogger where you set it up, and there's Blogspot where people read it. At the beginning, I would give out my Blogspot address and people would not be able to get in without the password until I realized that Blogger is where I create it, but Blogspot is where they read it. So watch out what email you're giving people. The other thing you can do is decide what you're going to write about. If you're writing for yourself, you choose what interests you. If you're trying to sell something, even if it's to promote yourself just for PR, then you choose what people associate you with and what they want to read about. So for me, that might be me as a travel writer, me as a teacher of English, me in a club, or something else people want. Now, the 2 or 3 most popular subjects are gardening, fishing, and how to make money, as you will see by what comes into your spam folders and what you can see in the magazines on the shelves. So if you really want lots of readers, those are the subjects you choose, unless you want to do pornography or show your engaging twin cats. I don't have twin cats, so I don't do that. Now, the other thing I looked at was the title of my blog, and I started with 2 different titles for my blogs to see which one attracted more people to look at it. So for example, I tried Dress of the Day Angela and Angela's Dress of the Day, and I found Dress of the Day Angela got more, so I stuck with that one. I also consulted my son, who is a very experienced SEO, search engine optimization person, and he advises banks, post offices, and other big people how to get more readers to their websites. And he said to me, you want at least 1 photo at the top, but 1 is not enough. You really want photos all the way through every other paragraph. So the first thing I did was go back through my blogs and check which blogs had got no photograph. Where do you get a photograph from? For travel, the easiest thing I found was for myself and for the reader, was to pick a flag of the country I was writing about. Then I would spend hours looking on the web for something simple like a pen or a lemon. And one day I realized I don't need to do this. I've usually got things on my desk that I can use. For example, I have a cup with Union Jack. If I want to write a blog post about the UK, why do I need to go online and look for it, take a photograph of it and put it up? So now you have an idea about why to create a blog, how to create a blog. Simplest way is on blogger.com. And if you have any questions, please contact me. And please look at my blogs, Travel with Angela Lansbury and Dress of the Day Angela. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Angela, for delivering such informative speeches. So could I invite the timer for the timing report?
For the timer report, Kanan spoke for 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Angela spoke for 7 minutes, 29 seconds. Thank you.
Alicia, I believe so. We do not have any poll as we only have 2 speakers today.
That's correct. No polling.
See, then I think we have a 10 minutes break before we go to the final section, the evaluation section. See you guys back in 10 minutes. 1. Welcome back again to our final sections of the meeting. This is the most important round of Toastmaster meeting. In this round, constructive feedback is given to each speaker by the evaluator so that the member can benefit from the experience of the evaluator and become better speaker. For this, I will invite Toastmaster Jennifer Ling. She is an area director of Area D1, as well as Vice President Education of Singapore SGI Dynamic Speaker Club. She reads to gain knowledge, sings to improve her vocal variety, and dance to keep fit. She lives by the motto that happiness is the key of good health. For her, nothing else matters more than happiness, and with happiness, everything else will fall in place. Over to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and good evening to Club President and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Do you all agree that Kanan is an eloquent and expressive speaker? Yes? Do you? Yeah, thank you so much. Kanan, your title, Challenges in Leading in Your Volunteer Organization, and naturally, I was looking out for what challenges you faced. You didn't fail me when you mentioned how difficult to get volunteers or members to take up roles in clubs or district. And this, I resonate with you. As a VPE, I face the same. I like the fact how you connect the story of Jonathan the Seagull with your Toastmasters challenges as a leader. The seagull get out of its comfort zone, fly high, and managed to get a lot of fishes. And therefore, you were very good in encouraging members to get out, look outside the box, look outside and try to take up roles so that they can improve and even move forward in their journey. Connecting your personal experience as a district leader and the difficulties faced, including your encouragement, that was really good on your part. As a speaker, telling members to grow, not just look locally, but globally. You have very good hand gestures. However, there are some areas of improvement that I humbly suggest. You may want to look at it. You were moving front and back and front and back. And when you move to the front, part of your head is cut off. But when you keep on moving so much, I was a bit distracted and I was getting a bit dizzy, you know, because there were too much movement of front and back. Maybe you don't need to move so much. Try to look at that. In summary, you delivered a very expressive speech. Just watch out on your movements, how you frame yourself in the rectangle screen, and I'm sure you will excel. I look forward to your next speech. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Jennifer. Next, let's invite Toastmaster Lee Chui Lin. Toastmaster Lee Chui Lin is from Hokkien North Toastmaster Club. She is also a mother of 3 Her sister encouraged her to join Toastmasters to improve her English and confidence. She loved brief walking and enjoyed traveling and taking photos for memory. So hand over to you, Toastmaster Lee Choi-Ling.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and especially Angela, thank you for your research speech, and it's very informative. And I will evaluate you based on what you done well and the area you can work on. What you have done well is that you started your speech with opening questions, and that you ask the audience. It really engaged us. And your topic is actually interesting is because of the blog. In fact, you captivate my attention is because I myself is not a blogger and I am new with blogging. So you explain to the audience, especially me or someone else, that blogging is a internet diary for everybody to read. So it's a new knowledge, and I'm paying very attentively to your interesting speech. Your contents wise, I think you have met the objective that you have a opening, body, and conclusions. That's very, for me, easy to follow. What you have done well also that this time it is also your speech is very clear, and you for your research part, for your blogging, you ask your son for help, the title for it. I think what things that I want to hear more of you, especially me, who really like to know what is your research about, how it going to be done. So the area that we work on for your site is, I suggest that for me, like me as an audience, I'm quite a visual person. Sometimes I could not listen well that you need to pick a title or what, step 1, step 2. Maybe you could show in your presentation mode in a power slide, telling me like step by step, just a simple word. Or number 1 is like this, number 2, number 3 is this, so that in over here the visually audience can absorb. You maybe might like to pause and see whether, ask the questions whether we understand or read. And I could say that you have done well in summary. You have body, you engage the audience. Your structure is well organized. You have opening, body, and conclusions. You have eye contact, I could say. And what you should work well on is your visual presentations and interactive asking questions to get pause. That's all. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lee Choi-Ling, and thanks again to Toastmaster Jennifer and Toastmaster Lee Choi-Ling for your informative and constructive feedback. I believe it will be benefit for all our members and guests. So before can I have the timer can I have a timing report, Patricia?
Yes, Toastmaster of the day. The timer's report is this. Jennifer Lim spoke for 3 minutes, 24 seconds, and Choi-Ling spoke for 3 minutes, 39 seconds. Thank you.
So club president Alicia, is because we only have 2 evaluators, so there would not have polling also for this round.
Yes, you are correct.
See. So before we hand over to club president for the best table topic speaker award, let's call upon our R-counters, Patricia Tay, for R-counter reports. Over to you, Patricia Tay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. For the R-counter report, I can say it is really not an easy task to do R-counter and timer at the same time. But yes, I heard some ahs and ums.
Yeah.
What I would like to report is there are many ands for some people. That will be for Alicia, for Amit, and Asmin. There were more than 5 ands that were unnecessary. Alicia also used but instead. We just have to note that when we use instead, we should omit the but. Hichai said 1 Asmina 3 ors, 2 ums. Jennifer 1 1 Trailing 1 That's my R-counter report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia, for the R-counter reports. All right, I will hand over back to our club president for the best table topic speaker and closing speech.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Peter Cheong. Well, we have come to the most exciting part of the chapter meeting where we announce the winner of the table topic segment. Give me a minute to share the screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. The one with the best table topic speaker. Am I on the right screen with everyone?
Yes.
Thank you for the response. Now, before I announce the best table topic speaker, let's have the drum rolls, please. I hope that nobody voted for the most pretty or the most handsome guy. But anyway, here's the best table topic speaker for tonight. And the winner is none other than our Toastmaster, Jennifer Lim.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Wow.
Jennifer, could you just look straight and give your brightest smile? Very nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do not have any winner for no voting for the best prepared speech and the best prepared evaluation because there were only 2 speakers for each segment. But nevertheless, I would like to congratulate the speakers tonight, whether they are prepared speeches or the prepared evaluation. They've all given very good informative speeches and evaluations. For Kanan, I enjoyed his ending message whereby he quoted Jonathan Seagull on a motivational book so that our audience out there will definitely go and grab the book because it's the best time to grab the opportunities and be successful. That was his ending message. I love that. It really woke me up for my slumber. And then we had Angela, another informative speech where she shared with us why we need to write a book, why we should write a blog. And I listened intently to listen why. And now I finally understood why we should write a blog and also how to promote it. Because often we can do something well, but we don't know how to promote it. No use if you do it well, but don't know how to promote it. So well done to both speakers. I'm sure the audience here has learned a lot from your speeches. And also thanks to both evaluators who have given very good constructive evaluation so that our speakers can move to the next level in their speeches. Now, before I close this meeting, I would like to remind everybody that we will always walk a difficult road. Perhaps you may not walk a difficult road now, but in the future, who knows? But always remember, from all the speeches that you heard, and if you continue to read more books, you'll find ideas on how to get rid of obstacles and what you should do. Make the right decision for your future. So I'd like to wish everyone here a good and safe journey back home. And without much ado, I'd like to close the chapter meeting. Thank you and have a pleasant day and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. And can we have feedback from Amit on our meeting?
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Firstly, thank you for having me. I thoroughly enjoyed all the sessions, the table topics, and I really liked Jennifer's humor and the delivery of everybody else. And I also enjoyed the prepared speeches. The difference I found, the meetings that I have attended here locally in India, the difference I found is that all of you are very expressive. And I see a lot of facial expressions. I see a lot of hand movements. I see a lot of pauses in the way you deliver. So there is a lot to learn. I enjoyed and I hope to come back again.
Yes, please do. We have our meeting every Friday and we start our meeting at 9:30 p.m. In the evening, and normally it will last till about 11:30. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This time suits me well, so I would definitely join.
Oh, yes, please do. We welcome you. We really welcome you. Thank you so much for your feedback. And what about our guest, Karthikeyan Muthusamy? Would you like to give us your feedback, please?
Yeah, I did enjoy, but in between I had a call from office. So I couldn't hear I couldn't take part in the table topics. And I came back when speaker 2 was speaking. So I really enjoyed the speech because I was about to take the next project, elective project, how to blog. So I think it was such a nice speech. It was very informative for me. I think takeaway from Jonathan Livingston Seagull is something which I'll take away today. Actually, in India, I'm now in Bangalore, so I'm part of an advanced Toastmasters club and a corporate club as well. I had lived in Singapore for a few years. I think 6 years back, and I had been part of the Tamil clubs there. So I had visited quite a few community clubs as well. So I could relive the memories back when I see you all and the typical Singapore way of speaking and the fun. So I did enjoy. It brought me back all the memories. The format itself is a little different, I believe. Yeah, you started with table topics. I think that is a good idea. I will try it in my club because after the speech, the evaluation comes later. I think it's bit. We always have a sequential way of doing the prepared speeches, table topics, and then the evaluation. I think you did differently. I think that is more welcoming for the guest, I believe. I think you make that environment a little cool. So I feel I will try adopt this in my club as well. I think that is a good part of learning. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe probably I'll try to attend another meeting where I could be in full so that I'll enjoy the whole meeting.
Yeah, so do join us. We have our meeting every Friday, and we have a reason for having our table topic speaker first. Being the first segment, mainly because we do have people who are working. By the time they come back, if we start with the prepared speech, they may not have the time to be settled down. And this being 100% online club, so we have table topic. Whoever comes in first can just start with the table topics. That's the reason why we decided to have table topics first, and then we can have more speakers as well. Yeah. So and we actually reduce our timing. We used to be up to 11 almost midnight, but then we reduce our timing now to solve, because people can be quite tired.
True.
Yeah. So yes, I'm glad that you enjoy our meeting. Do join us. You're welcome anytime. You missed this table topic this time, never mind. We still have next week and the week after and the week after and the week after. So it's okay. Just come and join us.
Yeah, and I did enjoy, I did learn something new, is that you guys are all comfortable in front of the camera, and I could see you have nice, you all fit in very nicely into that virtual meeting screen, because we find it very difficult to fix the camera and stuff. So, your coordination throughout the meeting through the role takers, recording and things are very seamless. So good. Kudos to you all, I think.
Thank you. And which part of Singapore did you stay when you were in Singapore?
I was in Tampines Street 71.
Ah, okay.
And I was working with Deutsche Bank. So I used to be part of Deutsche Bank Club.